Hello everyone, I am Jeremy Luan, the student of Gunnison High School. Today we are focusing on the history of Gunnison, Denver, South Park, and the Pacific Railroads, one of the busiest railroads in Colorado. The railroad was built in 1874 by a company called Denver, South Park, and Pacific Railroad. The first train arrived Gunnison from Denver was on September 2, 1882. Later on, it became a very busy and famous railroad. It cost around $66 million to build. The total distance of Denver, South Park, and Pacific Railroad was 201.76 miles. It used to carry stone, mining supplies, lumber, and coal from Mountain Carbon. During 1873, the financial panic made the railroad traffic slower. Denver, South Park, and the Pacific tried to keep it running. The railroad was also very profitable. It was earning about $1,200 per day. People in Gunnison thought the railroad was really a good idea to connect with other towns and the capital. Then the Denver, South Park, and Pacific Railroad reached Gunnison. In order to reach Gunnison, they decided to build a railroad pass so mines could receive supplies and so Denver could sell the product from mines to make more money. The trains that came to Gunnison and surrounding areas always carried at least 10 or more supply cars and only one passenger car. People could easily buy tickets from the ticket office in Gunnison, then get a ride to Denver. During that time, there was not that much traffic of people leaving or coming into the town, so even one passenger car still had seats left. But there was also another railroad called the Rio Grande with the same road and business. That made the two companies enemies with each other. The Rio Grande was built 1 year later than South Park and Pacific. But later on, the Denver, South Park, and Pacific Railroad went into receivership in May 1888. The railroad companies had to sell at the foreclosure proceeding to Denver, Leadwell, and Gunnison Railway. The last train for the Denver, South Park, and Pacific ran on April 11, 1910 from Como, Colorado. The Denver, South Park, and Pacific Railroad tracks were finally dismantled 1937. The reason why they removed the railroad is because later on they built the road for cars. Trucks were much cheaper and more reasonable than trains for traveling and transporting products. People started to drive and the cars became popular. The Denver, South Park, and Pacific Railroad was very useful in Colorado. It brought products and people from a lot of places and helped the state get better. It was a sign of the time. It also was an important railroad that connected Gunnison to others. The Denver, South Park, and Pacific Railroad was like an unknown worker that helped us get products. Then it disappeared without a sign. We cannot see it anymore, but the success it left we will remember forever.